Greetings, family. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. Decided to do a video today. And yeah, I wanted to talk about family. Trump is declaring martial law in the black communities in America, in the U.S., martial law. He signed an executive order to basically declare martial law to come into the African-American black communities in the United States. And you already know what they're doing to us as it is. And so you got to know, your family, you got to know that it's going to be much worse. You got to know the unaliving is going to be much worse with our men and our boys. Look back in the Bible and read the story about the children of Israel in Egypt and the cruel punishment that they had to endure under a cruel ruler, which was Pharaoh. So, United States, the United States is Mystery Babylon, AKA the house of bondage. It's the house of bondage. It's the house of slavery. It is not your home. It is not your home, black people. I don't know how many times we have to get you to see this. But anyway, if the United States was your home, then the president would not be declaring martial law on you. You would not be getting unalived in the streets and the people find themselves not guilty. So it's not your home. It's not your true home. If you don't know that, I'm telling you that, okay? Now, Trump has declared martial law for the black communities, claiming that so due to crime, we're in danger, we need more policing. Therefore, you don't have any constitutional rights. Once that military comes in there, and it's martial law, then they have a right to. You have no rights. They can come in your house. They could just harass you for no reason. They can police you for no reason. So yeah, you will not have any rights, none whatsoever, in the United States, black people. So I've been telling you this and warning you and admonishing you and advising you, and I'm coming again. And I'm showing you, like, I'm just telling you again, like, that's not going to be a safe place for you to live. It's not going to be peaceful. It's never going to be back like it used to be. That time is over. Actually, they're setting up the beast system there, and the Nazis run America. And so it's a Nazi country. Nazis run it. And so eventually you'll be enslaved again. It's just period, point blank. All your rights are going to be gone. They're going to be able to do whatever they want to you. They're already able to do whatever they want to us as it is. Therefore, I am advising you once again, leave the United States. Go to someplace. Go someplace. Go to Southeast Asia. People like to go to Asia around the Chinamen. When there was a video that just came out of a woman in China telling a black woman in China to go back to your country, the N-word. So you got all these other nations taking a page out of the white supremacist race soldiers handbook. So they feel the same way. The only place that you won't be called that, so much so, is in Africa, where everybody looks like you and you look like everybody here. That's going to be the safest place for you black people, you African American people, you black people, you Bantu people, you Hebrew people dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth. Africa is going to be the safest place for you, where you can blend in and you look like everybody else. It's more of them than, it's more Africans than anybody. That's going to be the safest place for you. I've been saying that. So I just wanted to do this video because I'm seeing this executive order. This man has a lot of nerve, but it's the plan of the Most High. The Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If you don't know who the Most High is, the creator of the universe, he is in control. And so he is in control of all of this. It is his doing. He's trying to actually possibly drive you out of that place. He's going to drive. And yes, he is going to save his people. Yes, he's going to do that. But if you have the means to leave, go ahead and leave, because it's going to get really, really, really bad over there. And when the Most High comes to save his people, just like he did in Egypt, he said he was going to do it again. The same thing he did in Egypt when he had Moses to go into Egypt to talk to Pharaoh, to tell Pharaoh, let my people go, he is going to do it again in America with his people, but you're going to be running out of there. You're going to be running with nothing but the clothes on your back. Just like when the children of Israel had to leave, they left with everything they can carry. They left with only things they could carry. So it would be wise of you to start planning your exit and try to get out while you can. And also, decide strategically which country you want to come to, because Trump is making enemies of all the other countries. So when you hit that border in whatever country you decide to go to, remember you got that passport, right? You remember you got that U.S. passport. It's not going to be looked upon as it was in the past. And you go to these different countries to leave and visit and whatever, you might get a hard time at these borders now because of the enemies that Trump is making with other countries' family. It's going to impact us one way or another, whether it's the value of the U.S. dollar dropping, whether it's us affecting us as we're leaving, going to other countries. But if the Father is with you, the Most High, the uncreated Creator is with you, you'll have favor, so don't worry about that. Just make your exit, make your plan to leave and get out of Mystery Babylon, a.k.a. America, a.k.a. United States, a.k.a. the house of bondage, the house of slavery, the house of oppression. These people are our captors. They are our enemies. So this is not your home. Africa, the continent of Africa is your home. And you will eventually see that, where the safest place for black people in America is going to be the continent of Africa, period, point blank. So I just want to do this short and informative video. Everybody's talking about it, and I decided to chime in and put my 2-3 cents in it. No, I don't know everything, but this is my channel, and it's called Diaspora Connect. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to my faithful subscribers. Welcome back. And to my new subscribers, I want to say welcome to the channel and welcome in the room. And yeah, I just wanted to do this video because it's all on the internet, family, that this man is declaring martial law. So it's going to go into effect in the next couple of weeks. Within probably 30, 60, 90 days, you're going to see military in your black communities, policing those communities, meaning that they could ask you questions, they can harass you, they can come in your house, they can literally kill you and get away with it, and they can say that you attacked them or they fear for their life, just like they're doing now. They can unalive you, just like they're doing now. So it's going to get worse. It's going to be a lot of, I hate to say this, and some people might look at it like doom and gloom, but it's going to be a lot of unaliving of our people there in America, a lot of it. So I recommend, for your safety and for your peace, to leave the country. And so that's just my 2 cents. If you're interested in Tanzania, hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. I do relocation and business consultations for Tanzania. I have been living in Tanzania for 5 years, left U.S. in 2020, and I've been here since then. Best decision I've ever made. Especially now, it is the best. I'm so glad, family, that I listened to our Father, the uncreated Creator. He spoke to me. I didn't follow a man. Nobody told me. The uncreated Creator, the one who created me, is the one that told me to get out of that place back in 2020, and I did. I followed instructions. No, I didn't know how I was going to do it. No, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't even have a good plan. I had an idea, but I didn't have a good plan. But He has been there with me from day one and just guiding me every day. I'm walking this path every day. Ideas. He's given me favor with men, favor with ideas, finances. He's been doing it all. So if He's called you and you receive that spiritual calling to leave, He will provide for you. You have to take the first step, which is walking by faith and not by sight. Because if I walked by sight, I wouldn't even be here right now, because I didn't see how I was going to do this. I didn't see how it was possible for me to have left the U.S., everything I've ever known, to relocate, repatriate, expatriate, immigrate to another country that I was not born and raised in. So you can do it too. Don't be afraid. Even if you're a single person, solo traveler, solo woman, you can do it too. I was solo when I left as well. You can do it. It's possible. Do the research on the countries that you decide you want to go to, especially if it's on a continent. There are some countries that a lot of us are in. Research those countries. You may feel more comfortable coming to a country where there are a lot of expats or diaspora repats in those countries, so you can connect and they can kind of give you guidance. Make sure you get consultations. It's just advice from people who live in those countries. They can give you pointers and tips to make it a little bit more seamless if you want to relocate or repatriate. So I'm going to do another video about the benefit of residency permit over citizenship at this point. There is a benefit at this point, and now a lot of people used to complain about Tanzania saying, oh, I don't want to go to Tanzania because they don't offer citizenship. Well, the way things are going right now, it's good that they don't. It's good that they just have residency permits, because the president of the United States is making enemies with everybody. And so you don't want to have dual citizenship right now at this point, because you don't know how you might be treated. You don't know how you might be at the top of a list somewhere in America saying, oh, this person, they are from the United States, but they got a dual citizenship with another country that the U.S. is beefing with, and they might start looking at you as like a suspect, or looking at you suspect, looking at you as like a spy. Yeah, it's so much going on, y'all. So, and this is going to impact us as expatriates, repatriates, immigrants leaving the United States and moving abroad, living in these other countries. This is going to impact us some way, some shape, way, or form in that country, whether because he's making enemies of every country. He's making enemies of everybody, family. So when they see that passport and you're traveling with that passport, that can impact you. If you have another passport and you're trying to go back to the U.S. and they find out that you have another passport for an outside country or a country that he's beefing with, they might give you a hard time as a citizen when you go back to your home country. So it's not looking good right now, especially for the people that's living in the country, and even people living outside of the country, family. He's making enemies of everyone. So let the record show, and I'm in Tanzania, let the record show that the Black Americans, if you see us coming in your country with our passports, we're not down with this. We're not down with the things that the president is doing. We're not down with the things that the United States president is doing. We're not Black people. We're not okay. African Americans, Black people living in America, and when you see us come to your borders, African countries, we're not okay with his behavior. We're not okay with the things he's doing. It's not us. We just happen to be casualties of this whole issue. And America and the United States is supposed to be our home, but they're constantly telling us to go back to Africa. So guess what a lot of us are doing? We're coming back to Africa like they keep telling us to go back to Africa. Go back to your country. Like the China woman, a Chinese woman, this video going viral where a Black American woman was in China, and even the Chinese woman was telling her, go back to your country, go back to Africa. She didn't say go back to the United States. And this is a Black American from the United States. The China woman told her, go back to your country, go back to Africa, is what the China woman said. So I don't know how many times Black people in America have to be told that you come from Africa, you originate from the continent. I don't understand it. So, but anyway, I'm not here to understand what they're going through and they're thinking. I know that my ancestors derived from Africa, and my bloodline comes from Africa, and my forefathers and my ancestors sojourned in Africa. And when we were stolen away from the continent, from Africa, and taken to these European countries to be slaves, or taken outside of Africa to serve other nations. So I know that for myself. So hopefully all this going on will wake people up to the fact that you're not from America. America's not your home. Right now it's Nazi. It's a Nazi country. Nazis run the United States. They run it. And they can start offering you left and right and get away with it. They can start unaliving you left and right and get away with it. They're getting away with it now. So imagine when they start, policing and martial law in your communities. What do you think is going to happen, family? What do you think is going to happen? You quiet now because it's not your family being shot like a dog in the street. So you're not saying much. You're not making a fuss because it's not your family, but it's coming to a community near you. And then you will have a different perspective on when you see how they're doing our brothers and sisters in the streets in the United States. You will see. And you will also see how the Most High is going to deal with her. The Most High is setting things up for Babylon, aka America, and he's going to deal with her harshly. And she's actually going to be destroyed, family. I'm sorry. I know you love America. I know a lot of people love America, but she's going to be destroyed. And she's going to be burned with fire. And then she's going to drop into the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. She's going to drop into the bottom of the sea and be out of existence forever, out of the face of the Most High. He said he's going to wipe her off the face of the earth. Now, that's a judgment like Sodom and Gomorrah judgment. Destroyed, total destruction is the judgment of the United States of America. And it's not my words. It's in the Bible. It's in the biblical scriptures. It's what the Father said, the one who created everything and everybody. He's the one said it, not me. So, family, make your plans. Hit me up. diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. I do relocation and business consultations. Hit me up. Oh, family, did y'all notice anything? Look. So I got this microphone, fam. And I found it online here. I found it on Instagram. And Tanzania is starting to have a lot of more technology on Instagram that you can purchase instead of going to carrier code, which is the biggest market, which I can't handle because there's too many people. I feel overwhelmed. So anyway, look, it's pretty cool. Look at it. See, it's a wireless. Well, it's a wired microphone. It's a wired microphone. But yeah, I can plug it into the computer. It has a USB on the end of it. So yeah, it's mainly for computers. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And hopefully the sound sounds okay to you. Now I have these headsets right here. And I may start using these because what I could do is I can plug these into this microphone. And the next video, I might use the headphones to see how the sound is, if it's even better. Because these will cancel some background noise. I have like fans on and stuff, so you may hear that. But next time I just... and actually it'll fit on my head pretty good, but yeah, I'm gonna use these next time. And I actually brought these here also. I was traveling and they were selling these, so these, and then I brought a cord that I can plug it in. So I'm trying to get my technology together so my videos will be, the quality, the sound will be better and clear for you. I'm trying to be a little bit more professional, y'all. I'm still working on the editing part. I'm trying to get the intro and everything together. I'm testing things out because sometimes some things works for me and then I go to try it again and it's not working. So I'm going to try to start adding some, little graphics in there a little bit. But I am, for the most part, a reality TV type of person. So I don't do a lot of edits because I'm not good at it. I'm not going to lie. And I'm really good with flowing with my ideas. I'm really good at, sharing information without having to edit stuff. If I mess up, I'll just say, oops, I'm sorry, family, my bad. Oh, this happened. I'll just explain to you what happened. So anyway, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll do another video in the next couple of days. I think the next video I'm going to talk about how maybe residency is better at this point than citizenship or dual citizenship, because a lot of us from the U.S. want another passport. We want citizenship in other countries. But what if you have a situation where Trump starts beefing with a specific country that you have a passport in, and then they'll start looking at the citizens like, oh, you got loyalties to that country. You're loyal to the other country outside the U.S. and that's our enemy. So now you're a spy, or now we're watching you. You become at the top of the list of, they always have lists that they compile about certain people. They have a list of all of us who are outside of the country, who live outside. But you'll be on that list of, okay, let's look into this person, their bank account. Let's search information on this person. Let's see what they got going on, because they have a passport for this specific country that we're beefing with, that we have a problem with. So then you'll be in a situation on some kind of list because you have a dual citizenship in this specific country. So these are all the type of things that will impact us as expats, repats, diaspora moving outside of America. So we have to know these things and know these things about the specific countries that you're going to, that you want to move to, like Mexico right now, beefing with U.S., Canada beefing, some of these African countries on the continent beefing. It's like, it's crazy because Trump is having issues with, he's mentioning that Congo is one of the countries that the embassy is going to close, or they have a restriction or ban or something. But you get minerals from the Congo. The Congolese president just agreed to give you his minerals, but you banning. It doesn't make sense, fam. It doesn't make sense. So please listen to videos, do research, and make sure that the country you decide that you want to leave and come to is not having so much drama. Because when you get to them borders, family, when you show that passport, you're going to see a behavior, a treatment that may not be, so just kind of expect that. When you hit them borders, expect these kind of looks, or maybe the treatment and don't take it personal. Just know that it's because of the president and it's not because of you per se, right? So some people, it's hard for them to separate the passport from the person, right? They just look at, oh yeah, y'all country. That's how they look at us when we try to travel. Like, yeah, your country, your president, and stuff like that. But we try to, I try to make it clear that, yeah, just because it's our country and we was born there, that I ain't gonna say our country just because we were born there don't mean we agree with things that are going on. I mean, heck, they mistreating us in our own so-called country. They unaliving us in our own. That's why we leaving. So, family, it's a mess. But anyway, make your plans. Hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com if you are interested. I do consultations for a fee. I do charge $60 USD for 60 minutes. So $1 a minute, $60 USD for 60 minutes. So I think I'm one of the maybe least expensive people doing consultations. A lot of the information that we share is online, but some of the information comes from personal experience, walking through the steps that, because they can give general information, but there are little nuances and little tips and pointers that you need to maneuver through some of the issues to avoid some issues that may arise when you're traveling and stuff. And then even getting here and getting yourself situated, it's good to have connections and to get advice, and they can show you the ropes. We can show, different people can show you the ropes about healthcare, about shopping, about rentals, living places, different areas, different cities in Dar es Salaam, in Tanzania, different areas. So connect, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. So I'm gonna say shalom, salama, and shalom, peace, family. See you guys in the next video or live.